My name is Joan Vernikos. I'm a pharmacologist from the University of London when NASA recruited me in the early days to address the problem of stress in astronauts. From there I went on to understand how gravity, or the absence of gravity in space, would affect, changes the human body. And much to my surprise, what I learned, I got most interested in, is how really gravity affects us here on Earth. We studied human volunteers to mimic the effects of being in space by lying in bed continuously. Sitting was an intermediate step to being upright and moving about on land, to lying in bed horizontal completely. The intermediate was sitting, and we do a lot of sitting. Sitting is now a recognized health risk. Many studies have done with hundreds of thousands of people that show that the hours that you sit are directly related to the incidence of various cancers, particularly colon, breast, and endometrial cancers, and to heart conditions, including heart attacks and stroke, to type 2 diabetes and obesity and other metabolic conditions, to emotional disturbances, depression, anxiety, and dementia later on in life. The simplest thing and most effective thing you can do to counteract the effects of prolonged sitting is to stand up. Change posture, sitting to standing and waving your arms above your head to stretch, pushing your shoulders back, sitting up while you're sitting. And what the conclusion I came to is that it's not how many hours of sitting, but how many hours of uninterrupted sitting. So if you break up the sitting with even a few seconds of standing up, even sitting up straight if you're working at your computer, it's aligning yourself with gravity. Good posture is the key to good health. Well, we found that people who exercise once a day and go to the gym regularly still show the effects of sitting because they sit the rest of the time. So the Darma pillow is the first system that I know of that tells you how you're sitting, and that tells you that you can correct that posture change. The other thing it tells you is because it relates it to your heart rate and respiration rate and whatever else, other information, that you can be alerted to do something about it. And that's a first. There is no other. I find exciting working with the Darma group because they're young and they're dynamic and they love what they're doing and they're looking at helping other people.